King Leopold II of Belgium is infamous for his brutal exploitation of the Congo Free State, now the Democratic Republic of Congo, during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In the late 1800s, Leopold, driven by a desire for personal wealth and power, secured control over the Congo at the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885, where European powers divided Africa among themselves. Welcome to the Black Intelligence Files. Please subscribe to the channel in order to get more content like this. Leopold's rule in the Congo was marked by extreme cruelty and exploitation. Under the guise of humanitarian and philanthropic efforts, he established a system of forced labor to extract rubber and ivory. The native Congolese were subjected to horrific conditions, including forced labor, physical abuse, and mutilation. Villages were often held hostage, and brutal tactics, such as cutting off hands, were employed to enforce production quotas and maintain control. The atrocities committed under Leopold's regime led to a significant loss of life, with estimates of the death toll ranging from several hundred thousand to millions. In 1908, due to mounting pressure and criticism, Leopold was forced to cede control of the Congo to the Belgian government. The Belgian Congo, as it became known, continued to face challenges and exploitation in the years that followed, but the extreme brutality of Leopold's personal rule came to an end. The exploitation of the Congo remains a dark chapter in African colonial history and is often cited as an egregious example of European imperialism and the human cost of unchecked greed and exploitation. Here we reveal the letter that was attributed to Leopold's agent in the Congo, Lion Ram, and is often referred to as the Open Letter to Colonial Missionaries or the Red Rubber Letter. It was allegedly written in 1896 and addressed to European missionaries working in the Congo. In the letter, Ram reportedly urged the missionaries to support and collaborate with the brutal exploitation of the Congo for rubber extraction. This is the alleged letter from King Leopold. Reverends, fathers, and dear compatriots, the task that is given to fulfill is very delicate and requires much tact. You will go certainly to evangelize, but your evangelization must inspire above all Belgium interests. Your principal objective in our mission in the Congo is never to teach the savages to know God, this they know already. They speak and submit to a Mungu, one Zambi, one Zakamba, and what else I don't know. They know that to kill, to sleep with someone else's wife, to lie, and to insult is bad. Have courage to admit it. You are not going to teach them what they know already. Your essential role is to facilitate the task of administrators and industrials, which means you will go to interpret the gospel in the way it will be the best to protect your interests in that part of the world. For these things, you have to keep watch on disinteresting our savages from the richness that is plenty in their underground. To avoid that, they get interested in it and make you murderous, competition, and dream one day to overthrow you. Your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to find texts ordering and encouraging your followers to love poverty, like happier are the poor because they will inherit the heaven, and it's very difficult for the rich to enter the kingdom of God. You have to detach from them and make them disrespect everything which gives courage to affront us. I make reference to their mystic system and their war fetish, warfare protection, which they pretend not to want to abandon, and you must do everything in your power to make it disappear. Your action will be directed essentially to the younger ones, for they won't revolt when the recommendation of the priest is contradictory to their parents' teachings. The children have to learn to obey what the missionary recommends, who is the father of their soul. You must singularly insist on their total submission and obedience, avoid developing the spirit in the schools, teach students to read and not to reason. There, dear patriots, are some of the principles that you must apply. You will find many other books, which will be given to you at the end of this conference. Evangelize the savages so that they stay forever in submission to the white colonialists, so they never revolt against the restraints they are undergoing. Recite every day, happy are those who are weeping because the kingdom of God is for them. Convert always the blacks by using the whip. Keep their women in 9 months of submission to work freely for us. Force them to pay you in sign of recognition goats, chicken, or eggs every time you visit their villages. And make sure that the savages never become rich. Sing every day that it's impossible for the rich to enter heaven. Make them pay tax each week at Sunday Mass. Use the money supposed for the poor to build flourishing business centers. Institute a confessional system which allows you to be good detectives denouncing any black that has a different consciousness contrary to that of the decision maker. Teach the savages to forget their heroes and to adore only ours. Never present a chair to a black that comes to visit you. Don't give him more than one cigarette. Never invite him for dinner even if he gives you a chicken every time you arrive at his house. This horrendous letter from Leopold proves how sadistic and cruel the Belgian occupation on the Congo was, and astonishingly still continues to this day. This is a reminder of how colonialism was destructive and evil, not only in the Congo but throughout Africa, and also shares a glimpse on how the system was manipulated to mislead the Africans. Please share this video to all Africans across the world. And if you love this sort of content, please like and subscribe to the channel.